Does your cat have a pension? Like,
How's your 401k?
My cat gives like TSA agent vibes. Anytime I bring a bag into the house, she has to inspect it. Like,
Carl.
At one point, we had a cow that had a P name, and we had a Pepsi and a pancake cow.
we didn't have pets. We had security dogs.
You knew that there was a deadline, and so you just knew not to get attached. I'm
What do you
being
mean?
honest. Like,
You knew there was a deadline.
no, you know. Yeah.
literally
No,
on the
look,
calendar.
you know.
How do you overcome grief, especially when it comes to losing a pet? It's not like
You don't.
Oh, it's
don't.
rough. Sometimes it's worse than losing a person.
Hello, welcome to Q Talk, our in-house podcast series where we discuss a range of different topics with our staff and colleagues. Remember, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about the different initiatives the Big Q is involved in, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the Take of the Talk. This program is made possible by our members and viewers like you. If you would like to support us, you can just click the link right there. Hopefully. Today, we are talking about me, my pets, and I. Even though I have no pets, but I have people that have pets. First, I have Kenna, I have Kristen, I have Brian, and I have Emily. I'm going to start with Ken and Emily because you guys have kind of have a similar background where you guys grew up in a farm. So you have different animals. So how did you know which animal was a pet and which animal was not a pet?
Food.
Yeah, no, Brian's
yeah.
right. The pets, the animals that we were going to eat didn't get names, or if they did get names, it was things like cow or backstrap or steak.
Now, see, for us, it was a dairy farm. I mean, they were still eaten, but we had a system, and I'm assuming it's my grandfather who created it. Whatever the mother's name was, each child that came from that had to be started with the same letter. So I don't know the first name, but at one point we had a cow that had a P name, and we had a Pepsi and a pancake cow. But we got to name them. I remember my brother had Meg, then Molly, then Martha. It's how it went. But you kind of had that idea that you cared for them and treated them well, but they were not going to be around forever. Like a dog.
Yeah, no, we had beef cattle, and so like you knew that there was a deadline, and so you just knew not to get attached. I'm
What do you
being
mean?
honest. Like,
You knew there was a deadline.
no, you know, yeah.
Literally
No,
on the
look,
calendar.
you know, because we ended up with one cow who we didn't end up butchering. He just lived in my uncle's pasture for the remainder of his life, and his name was Cow. And we just had Cow living with my uncle's horses for actually quite a long time for most cows. He was probably 12 years old, 15 years old.
Wouldn't he have been a bull? Am I wrong?
Yeah, but his name was Cow.
His name was Cow.
So a bull named cow.
A bull named cow. So I've
What are
got
your thoughts about the Brian?
I have a secondary follow-up question, though, right? So you had dairy cows and you had beef cows, and I saw a video on the Talk of Ticks the other day, which was this girl riding a cow down this path, and another cow was running with her, and her dog was running ahead, right? And she's singing a little song, and the cow's galloping, and now I kind of want to ride a cow. So, like, have you ridden any of your pets?
Yeah.
It's not as easy as you think. Though there is a picture that is in my grandparents' house of, I think it's a family member dressed up as Santa on one of the dairy cows.
So is it not as easy as you think because the cows are like, heck no?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it
Yeah,
easy?
no.
Not as easy because they're giant and...
Horses are trained from a young age to accept a saddle or a person on their back. Cows are not.
So you could though, right?
I mean,
you could
yeah.
get
And you
could get a
can,
calf
and there are
start
people who
putting
do.
saddles on it. Because I think it'd be kind of cool to just like ride down State Street on the back.
You
Of
see you rolling.
But that would have to be a pet. It couldn't be like food cow.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be a food cow.
Why would you imagine driving
know what
up,
else I love?
driving up to WQ and you see someone, you see Brian
riding
riding
down
No more motorcycle, just a
He's
steer.
like, woo!
So you're from Cameroon originally, and somebody told me the hippopotamus.
Oh my God.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus is the pet of choice.
No,
it's
that's a
probably
huge-
not. That's a misnomer. I know.
It's Kristen. It's her. Blame her.
Yeah,
just like to
hippopotamuses
say
are
it in
not the pet of
accent.
choice in Cameroon. But what is the pet of choice? Is it just like here, dogs, cats?
So
Symbol,
that's
symbol?
so here's the thing, right?
Ostriches.
Say that too.
But here's the thing, right? Okay, I'll talk about me specifically and the environment I grew up with. We didn't have pets. We had security dogs. So there's no way our pets is going to be like, hey, come in the house. No. You have your dog cage outside of the house. You get released when we go to sleep because that's your job to be a security dog. And if we had cats, it's like, hey, your job is to catch any mouse. And there's nothing about you're like your own bedroom, you know. If you don't hunt, forget about the food.
They're working animals.
Got their own bedroom.
No, because honestly, when I came to the US, I remember my very first job. One of my colleagues was like, her mom's cat has her own bedroom. And I'm like, what does that mean? A cat has its own bedroom? Like, make it make sense in my head. I mean, no offense. Hey, as I said, it's you, your pet, and you. But for me,
So technically, my cat right now does have her own bedroom, but she spent a decade of her life working. She was our barn cat. She was no, her
9 to
job
5. She retired.
She Dolly Parton, yes, 9 to 5.
9 to 5. No, she was a much more prolific hunter than her brother was. Luke and Leia, they were absolute sweethearts. Leia's still around. She has since retired, since we moved off the farm, and lives a very, very cushy life now. But for most of her, she was born in a barn,
I have a
literally.
question for you. Does your cat have a pension? Like,
How's her 401k?
Oh, she gets so many treats a day. It works out pretty all right. But she did have a job to hunt the mice that were going after the horse feed.
yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Kristen, I haven't heard about you. I mean, what about your pet? Did you have any pet? Did you grow up
Yeah,
with pets?
I have basically always had pets. I've had birds, hamsters, lots of cats, dogs, rabbits. We had rats recently on purpose. Right now, I have a cat, and my eldest child has a cat also.
Okay, I mean, this is mostly for everybody now. Like, growing up in America, is it normal to have pets?
Yes. I mean, there's definitely like families that just don't do it just not into it, and that's fine. But I feel like my house, my family, like we have to have pets at all times. Have to at least have 2 cats.
At least
That is
2
the
cats.
bare minimum, and that's where we're at right
I feel like
now.
cat is like the most popular pet in America.
They're
I don't
pretty
know.
easy.
Yeah, they're relatively low maintenance, so like you don't generally have to take them for walks outside like many dogs
Take 'em
do.
out.
They don't have very specific niche needs, like say a specific type of fish or reptile or something that needs like this amount of temperature and this amount of humidity, et cetera, et cetera. They
Volcanic
can-
ash.
Yeah, they can just live where humans live. They're very good at that, and that's just kind of what
And
they
they're
do.
not as tasty as cows, so they tend to live long lives.
Well, I'm gonna say something that's gonna shock you guys. You know, it depends on where you go. Some people do eat cats.
Sure, Alf. He's a cat.
No?
But as somebody who's just coming off, I lost my dog in June, right? 18 years. He was a good dog.
Jeez.
So now I'm like, in my head, I'm like, do I get another dog? I'm going to wait a little while. But as I try to pick the new type of dog, that becomes really important too. Like you said, you had guard dogs, right?
Yeah.
I don't really need a guard dog. My last dog was like 25 pounds. It was a Shih Tzu Lhasa Apso mix. So now, as I'm looking for what might be a new option, I saw a video online of this guy who's got a Chihuahua, and he wears it in a little vest in the front, and then he's got a little helmet and goggles, and he rides his motorcycle, and the Chihuahua sits in the vest while he rides his motorcycle. And I was like, oh, that was cute. So I just keep scrolling. Then I found this guy who's got this giant golden doodle, and it rides in a backpack, and it's huge, and it's got his paws on his shoulders, and it wears a helmet and goggles, and it rides the motorcycle with him.
riding
And I'm like,
I know, right?
is it morally acceptable to take your pet on a motorcycle, or are you endangering your pet? Am I going to get negative reviews if that just happened to happen? Not saying it's gonna.
You know, let's ask our viewers and let's have them engage and see, what do you think if Brian had a pet and then he puts the pet on his motorcycle? Do you want to see it, or you guys don't want to see it? That's a good question, right?
That's a good question because I really need to know because it could help make a decision.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you? As I said, I never had a pet, but how do you overcome grief, especially when it comes to losing a pet? It's not like
You don't.
Oh, it's
don't.
rough. Sometimes it's worse than losing a person because the pet relies on you for everything. So you actually put a lot of energy into making sure it's like healthy and fed and comfortable and treats and so it's like you're a caregiver for this pet, whereas you might not be a caregiver for a family member or a friend, right? So you grieve a little differently when you lose a pet. But he's got a nice little spot out in the woods. He can still go visit, right? So you just deal with it a little differently. But again, it's not a fast thing. It's like losing anything that's close to you. Now, cats can be a little aloof. So like 14 years ago when my cat passed away, I was like, oh, my cat died. And I was a little sad, but the cat isn't as interactive with me as the dog is, right? Kristen might have a different experience because she's a big cat person.
Yeah.
My cat tried to murder me once, so there's that. Yeah, I lived at Modern Tool Square downtown, and they have spiral stairs. And I got up at 4 a.m. to go get a drink one time, and my little black cat was sleeping on the stairs, and I didn't see her. Stepped on the cat, and then I fell all the way down the stairs.
oh shoot,
And the cat went, ha, ha, ha.
Finally.
Finally.
Got him.
One down, one to go.
I mean, my dog Zeke, when he was super little, stole a knife off the counter and ran around with it.
What do you mean?
Ooh, murder
What
dog.
do you mean he stole a knife?
There was it was just a butter knife, but he stole a butter knife off the counter. And I mean, I still have a video of me chasing him around the house.
He should have been chasing you around that.
At least it was that case.
What was he trying to do with the knife? You
I,
didn't feed him?
he eats very well. He eats 8 cups of food a day. He's not starving.
Oh, so funny. That's,
So what's your worst pet experience? Not you. Did you ever get bit by one of your guard dogs?
yes, I did.
Yeah?
So we had this guard dog, and I was scared. But one weekend, I remember the weekend, my cousin was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just go play with her." And then I went.
Sure, Vlad.
Yeah,
Go.
because he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go with you. Let's have fun." So I went, and she was very like welcoming. And I didn't know that at one point in time, dogs are like, "Hey, this is it. If I'm done, I'm done." But in my mind, I'm like, "Dude, I'm not done." I was like, what, 8? I'm like, "Yo, I can finally get to play with you. We're gonna play when I'm done." So she had a little chain, and then at one point in time, she got mad. She ran around me, and then I still have the scarf right here.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she did to me. And then my cousin just came, threw a tennis ball at her, and then she left me. So that after that, I'm like,
Vlad's like, we're getting a fish. Nothing with teeth.
Turtle.
yeah, no, I'll rather get a fish. They don't need much, and if they die, they die. I'm just saying.
Just flush it.
There's no skin to skin contact.
Yeah, exactly.
At least it's not recommended.
Unless you're one of those people who pets their fish.
That's how I
People
killed
do?
one time.
Oh, they do?
I was little.
I'll actually put my hand in my tank so my axolotl can sit on my hand.
I was going to say, you have an axolotl. That's really interesting. How's that?
It's a different experience. He has quite a personality. The 3-year-olds actually, because he was my classroom pet, taught him to wave. So if you put your hand up, he'll put his hand up too. But they are high maintenance. His tank can only be a certain temperature. He can only eat a certain type of food. You have to clean the tank very frequently. So he is a lot of work. 3-year-olds named him. He's named Axie the axolotl.
Super original.
And he glows in the dark.
Okay. That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's fun, it's unique, and he terrifies the dogs.
We
So.
should breed him with a dog, and then we'd have a glow in the dark.
So they actually have glow-in-the-dark cats, and they can, I think, I don't know if they have, but I think they can make glow-in-the-dark dogs. It's like just a tweaking of like this one particular gene that activates that glow-in-the-dark thing.
Well, if I get a motorcycle dog.
In a lot of animals. But you mentioned like the 3-year-olds naming Axie the axolotl. That's always an interesting thing, like the naming of your pets. Like my first pet was red and green and blue fish, a little beta fish, very original. But now my cats, Luke and Leia, pop culture. It's all over the place.
Well, this is embarrassing. My first horse was named Johnny after Johnny Depp because I was obsessed with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's not so embarrassing.
Oh
I
boy,
had a bird named Chicken Leg once, but I didn't name it. The first pet I named was Piddleton Pooswick.
What is like? How do you get inspired to say, "Hey, I'm going to use this name. This is the name I'm going to come with, and this name fits with."
Well, Charlie has an original. So, the dog who just passed away, Charlie. When I got him, he was really small, 5 weeks, and he didn't bark. He squeaked. So I said I was just going to name him Squeak because that's what he did. And a friend of mine, Brenda, said that is the stupidest name for a dog ever. You need to give him a boy name like Charlie, and that's how Charlie stuck. But it ended up being Charlie Charlington III was his official
I was
name.
going to say, do your guys' pets have middle names and nicknames?
Yeah.
Sort of.
So I'm lost.
my
I have a dog named Zoe. Her name is Zoe Francis. Her full name.
So my parents' dog, her name is, it's usually Georgia Stevens, but it's also Georgie Porgy, Georgina Beana, Bean Dog. My horse, I was actually inspired by the song Horse with No Name by America. And so his name was actually Desierto a Caballo, desert horse. Because I'm still very, very original. But we had got him at auction, and he had no name and no history, and so, all right, we've got a horse with no
My
name.
cat, I got her at a shelter, and her name was Asprila, which is at no price. It's a price of sale slogan.
Asquila.
Yeah.
That's
Prixla.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Because she
George
was
was
a
actually-
discount cat.
Georgia was actually named after the state because we drove down to get her during COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
We drove 17 hours to adopt Georgia.
So did you name the guard dogs? Or was it just like,
her
hey?
name. Her name was Derek. We love her a lot.
Derek?
Like Derek the guy, or like Derek the oil Derek,
say, yeah.
or
Whatever. That was my uncle's decision to call him Derek.
but there is this interesting bond where a lot of people bring their pets into their family. They become a family member, like you said, almost like it's kind of controversial, but your pet being like a child, they are so reliant on you that they become this dependent on you, and I think that helps create this very deep bond that you are the only caretaker. I've heard it even paralleled as like the connection between like in fantasy, like elves and humans. You live so much longer. You have seen so much more of the world, and the little human just has like just a short little bit of the same time space.
That's interesting. All right, I have a couple of questions for us to wrap up right here. If your pet could choose your own name, what would they pick?
Her Majesty. She would call herself something over the top like that.
Zeke would want to be called the baby because he wants babied. He wants everyone's attention at all times. He would call himself baby.
Charlie would have been Thor because he just thought he was the boss of the world. He owned everybody and everything. So yeah, probably
Oh
Thor.
my goodness.
I don't know, my cat gives like TSA agent vibes. Anytime I bring a bag into the house, she has to inspect it. Like,
Carl,
so I don't know.
Okay, this is a fun one. If you and your pet swap places for a day, what will happen?
No work would get done. None whatsoever.
I'd actually enjoy a nap. Like I don't like naps right now because they just make me more tired. But yeah, I think it'd be nice to enjoy a nice long nap in
I
the
would
sun.
run away and live in the woods.
You live in the woods.
Depends on the pet.
You say,
Yeah.
Zeke would love freedom because he has to be in a kennel all day because he will destroy the house.
Oh boy,
And Zoe, who sleeps all day, would probably just be like, what is this?
sleeping. Okay.
She'd be like, why do I have to work?
You're making me work? Come on.
Okay. All right, last question. If your pet had a secret superpower, what would it be?
To
They all have a
manifest
secret
canned food.
superpower. Manifest food.
That's open like canned food. Yeah, for special food.
I feel like Leo would want to phase through walls to like every time when I come home from work, she's like either meowing at the window or meowing at the door. She wants to come out and see me. She would love to be able to just go wherever she pleases, go wherever she wants. That would probably be
I think
her.
close to Kristen, I think he would have wanted to be able to eat all the foods. All of them. All of it all at once.
That's cool.
Zoe would definitely want it so that someone was playing fetch with her or she could summon someone to play fetch with her all day. And Zeke would want it that he wouldn't have to lift a paw. Because, I mean, he goes right out to our driveway, and that's where he poops every day. Even though the yard is right here, there's a yard right there. We have a massive backyard. He will only poop in the driveway, and then he goes right back to the house. Oh, open doors too, because then that way he can let himself in.
Oddly enough, Vlad's hippopotamus does the same.
Yeah, maybe they should hang out more. Imagine if someone has.
I mean, Zeke is the size of a baby hippo. He's 185 pounds.
That is gosh.
Wow, but yeah, that was a fun one. I mean, you guys, if I have a pet, I don't think I'm gonna have a pet one day.
You can borrow
Yeah.
Zeke. I'll
What
drop him
about,
off.
You should maybe try a cat.
is there a kind of pet that you guys
Ooh, a
haven't
ferret.
had that you would want to have? Ferret.
So I had a ferret.
Okay.
And I used to take it everywhere, and I would wear a hoodie, and it would just curl up in the hood and sleep in the hood, and I could go anywhere. And I was at the mall one day shopping for something, and it just kind of stretched, stuck her head out, looked around, went back down, and went to sleep. Somebody's like, "Is that a monkey?" It doesn't look anything like a monkey. It's just a ferret. But that was a cool pet, but so much energy, and they smell like ferrets.
Yeah.
You see, I don't want that. That's the one thing why I don't have cats. It's just because of the fur.
Fur
You
is,
can
but
get a
now
You're
hairless
allergic.
cat.
Yeah, that too. By the way, yeah.
Found
that's
out.
true.
You should get the glow in the dark hairless cat.
hate is a strong word. I dislike it. I mean, but professional.
We'll find him a pet.
They've
We'll
got
find
self-cleaning
something.
litter boxes, automatic feeders. There's very little work you have to
I'm
do.
allergic to cats. That's
Well-
also one thing too.
I mean, again, I'm
They
offering
have
you. I'll
shots
give you
for that.
they have shots for that.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was amazing to talk about you guys' pets. So, them, your pets, and what was going to be the last one?
Us.
And not us. I don't want to be in there.
You. Them, your
alright.
pets, and you.
There you go. Thank you. As I say, like, subscribe, and then I'll see you for the next episode. Bye.